Hi there, and thank you for joining me in this yin sequence that is customized for grounding and centering. Prop-wise, you might want a blanket or a pillow in addition to your yoga mats, perhaps some water. So go ahead and gather up your supplies, and we'll meet seated on our mats. Our first shape today is Baddha Konasana, or butterfly shape. So come to a seat with your feet together and your knees out wide. You might place your prop over your feet so you have a little cushion for your elbows. And as you hinge forward, bring your elbows to your prop, the ground, or your feet. And then allow your chin to rest on your hands so you're supported here. Once you've found your shape, take 3 cleansing breaths into it. And with each exhale, allow yourself to ground down a little bit more deeply and to relax. So we'll be moving through a slower moving yoga practice today, holding each of our shapes anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes up to 5 or 6. And just really allowing the body to trust the shape and to open up in its own way. This shape is good for opening up your hips, stretching your inner thighs, and also opening up your lower back. Take a moment to relax through your jaw, your shoulders, and your eyebrows as you breathe here a little longer. Notice if your mind is starting to wander, and if so, come back to your breath and into the wealth of sensations in your body in this shape. Take 3 more long rounds of breath into butterfly pose. After your third exhale, begin to lift back up. You can remove your prop. Use your hands to lift your knees towards the ceiling and then plant them behind you. Lift your heart and tick-tock your knees from side to side to bring some energy back into your legs and to release your back. This is a great place to also sip water if needed. Once you feel released, make your way into tabletop shape, coming to all fours. And from there into child's pose, so bring your knees about to the width of your mat, your feet together. As you sit back towards your heels, you can always bring a blanket between hips and heels to pad that space. You can also bring your blanket underneath your chest to pad that space. As you arrive, you can bring your forehead or chin to the mat, or you can gaze left or right to give your neck a little twisty stretch. Some different ways to be in this pose. If having your knees out wide doesn't feel great, bring knees and ankles together. If reaching your arms forward doesn't feel great, draw your arms long behind you, palms face up. Take a moment to settle in, to relax jaw, shoulders, hips, and just breathe here. We're about halfway through our amount of time in this shape. So if you're gazing in one direction, you might gaze the other way. This is also a nice opportunity to adjust your props or make any shifts that you might. Check in with the sensations across your hips, shoulders, heart space. And as you settle back in, just come back to your breath and to this sense of relaxation. Take 3 more nice, authentic rounds of breath right here. When you're ready to move on, start to press into your knees and your forearms to lift up. Remove any props out from underneath you, and then make your way into Crocodile Pose. We'll meet prone on our bellies. Stack one forearm on top of the other, and then drop your forehead down to your forearms. If your lower back is feeling a little stiff, you might bend your knees and tick-tock your feet from side to side to release your lower back. Once you feel released, feel free to relax your legs long on your mat and to just ground and rest here a little bit. To prepare for the next shape, you'll want to grab your blanket or your pillow and place it by your right hip, where mine is. Setting up for half frog, bring your right knee into a cactus so your knee comes onto that blanket, and your right arm also into a cactus. If you'd like a little more sensation here, press your right knee into your blanket and use your blanket to scoot your knee a little further away from your body so your hips melt a little closer towards the earth. Your left arm can stay bent and stay underneath your head for a pillow. Or if that doesn't feel great, you can rest your left arm long behind you, palm faces up. Option to slide a blanket or a pillow underneath your head so you have something to rest on. This is also a very grounding and soothing pose. We're working here to open up our hips, our shoulders, and our heart space as we ground. Allow yourself to relax here. Take a quick moment to scan your body. Notice if there's any areas that have tensed up, and if so, encourage them to relax. We're here just a little longer. Just 3 more rounds of breath here. Now press into your right elbow to slide your right leg to meet your left. Swap your blanket to the other side. Bring your right arm on top of your left, forehead on top, back to your crocodile pose. Just take a moment to observe how your sides feel, any difference between right and left. And then we'll transition to the other side, so bring your left knee into a cactus onto the blanket, your left arm into a cactus. Both should be in 90-degree bends, so wrist in line with elbow, ankle in line with knee. If it felt good on the other side, you can press your left knee into your blanket and scoot it a little farther away from you. And then just relax back down into the stretch. Let go. Take a moment to check in. Would it serve you to scoot your knee a little further away from you again? Perhaps a little closer? Are there any body parts that you could relax a little more to go a little deeper into this shape? We're here for just a little longer. Take 3 more rounds of breath. And again, slide your left leg to meet your right, your left arm to meet your right. Take a moment here to relax and ground and observe. We'll move into Sphinx Pose next. So lift up and slide your elbows underneath your shoulders so your arms make another right angle. You might bring your legs a little wider than your mat to give your lower back a little space. Draw your shoulders more towards hips than ears, and then either gaze straight forward or drop your chin to your chest to stretch the back of your neck. Here we're working on opening up our heart, also compressing our lower back just a touch. Notice if your shoulders are approaching your ears. If so, relax them back down. If your jaw is clenched, you might slide your bottom teeth side to side to relax that space. We're here for just another minute. Take 3 more rounds of breath into Sphinx Pose. And now we'll make our way into Crocodile one more time. Stack your forearms, rest your forehead on top. And again, maybe bend your knees, sway your feet from side to side to relax your back. Now relax your legs long behind you. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, press into your hands and your knees to lift up to tabletop shape. From tabletop, inhale, cow pose, create a U shape through your spine, and exhale, cat, tuck, and curl. Inhale, find your way back to cow, and exhale, revisit cat. Take 3 more rounds on your own. After your next exhale, find a neutral spine tabletop. And then from there, swing your legs down in front of you. And make your way all the way down onto your back. Once you're there, hug your knees into your chest. You may take a moment swaying side to side. And then extend your legs long towards the ceiling for legs up the wall. You can plant your arms beside you for a little extra support. If your hamstrings feel tight, you can bend your knees a little bit to give them a break. Also, if this feels like work, you can clasp your hands behind your thighs to help hold them in place. As much as possible, relax your feet, your core, your jaw, and breathe here. This is a great shape to take before bedtime. It helps to kind of tuck you in. It's great for caring for your feet, your ankles, and your legs. And a really nice way to calm your nervous system if you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or panicky. We have just about another minute here. So check in, notice if you need any changes. And if not, just keep breathing and observing the sensations. Take 3 more rounds of breath into legs up the wall. Then begin to hug your knees back into your chest. Maybe find a little side-to-side sway. And then keep your knees hugged in, reach your arms out to a T or a cactus, and drop your knees over to the left for an easy twist. You might gaze over your right shoulder to complete the twist through your neck, and then relax shoulders, jaw, and hips. Work to keep both shoulders grounded here. You can bring your blanket between your knees, underneath your bottom knee, or even underneath your right shoulder to help with that. Take 3 more rounds of breath. With your next inhale, unwind, gaze, knees back to neutral. And then exhale, twist the opposite direction, knees right. Gaze left if you'd like to twist your neck. Again, take a moment to arrive, to shift your props if you're using any, and then to come back to that relaxation. 3 more rounds of breath here. Inhale, unwind. Hug your knees into your chest one more time. Stay there or open up into happy baby, bringing your knees wider than your torso, reaching for feet, ankles, or behind your knees. You might sway side to side here. Stay in happy baby for as long as you'd like. Pick up any other stretches you'd like. And when you're ready, you can stretch out into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Use your props any way you'd like. Take up some space and allow yourself to relax completely. I'll leave you here in Shavasana today, so please stay for as long as feels good in your body. Thank you so much for joining me today in practice. I hope you feel relaxed, calm, and grounded after class. Have a lovely rest of your day. Thanks so much for joining. Namaste.